Reeves Immigration Law Group now brings you immigration law on your side.
Magandang gabi mga kaibigan. Ito po si Kuya Yo, dito po sa PHLV Radio. And nandito na naman po tayo sa isa na namang Immigration Law on Your Side. Hatid po sa atin ng Reeves Immigration Law Group. May opisina sila mga kaibigan sa Los Angeles, California, San Francisco, California, syempre sa Pilipinas at sa China. Tumawag lamang po 1-800-795-8009 kung meron po kayong mga kailangang itanong at ikonsulta hinggil sa immigration. Again, that's 1-800-795-8009 Reeves Immigration Law Group. So, eto na naman po tayo sa mga updates na naman ng immigration. Kasama po natin, syempre, partner at Reeves Immigration Law Group. Nandito po si Attorney Flomi Javier Diza. Magandang gabi po, Attorney.
Good evening, Kuya Yo, at lahat na ating listeners and viewers. Good evening po sa inyong lahat at maraming salamat sa patuloy po nating pakikinig at panonood ng Immigration Law on Your Side ng PHLV Radio.
Attorney, mainit na mainit ang klima ng politika dito sa Las Vegas. As you know, we've had the caucus recently, Democratic caucus, and of course, marami pa mga ibang political events. It's shaping the immigration climate as well, I'm sure. Ano po ang mga updates sa ating immigration, attorney?
Yes, very timely, Kuya Yo. At bago nating umpisan yung ating discussion ng updates ng immigration, I would like to encourage yung mga viewers natin and listeners natin na US citizen to vote. Malapit na. At whether sa primary yan ng Democrat po kayo o Republican, cast your vote para po wala po tayong sisihin kung sino po ang ating mga ihalal sa ating gobyerno. Mm-hmm. Well, unang-una, Kuya Yo, if you're going to look at the March 2020 Visa Bulletin at dito nag-publish yung mga priority dates ng mga by preference category ng family-based and employment-based visa, current pa rin ang F2A. Ito yung mga petition ng mga lawful permanent resident sa kanilang mga asawa or mga anak. So if they are here in the US, they can immediately file for the green card. Pero yung sa mga nasa Pilipinas, nag-retrogress ng parang few months lang. But of course, subject pa rin yan na approval bago mai-process.
I remember, Attorney, a few months ago, nag-current ito. Binalita natin dito sa ating program.
Yes, Kuya, it's current and unfortunately medyo may konting retrogression ngayon. Pero ang masaklap na balita ngayon sa mga employment base, yung mga EB3, ito yung professionals at saka yung mga skilled workers, from the Philippines, ang pinaprocess ngayon is 2017.
Oh, wow. So tatlong taon na backlog na naman.
Yes, and you could just imagine, parang kailan lang natin pinag-uusapan, di ba?
Yes, that's what I was referring to.
Na current. Actually, current din yung F2A. Okay. Right? So, current pa rin yung F2, yung employment-based 3 nung from July to I think before the year ends. So, couple of months or 3 months naging current siya. But unfortunately ngayon nag-retrogress ulit siya ng 3 years. So yung mga nasa Pilipinas na naghihintay ng kanilang priority date, ang pinaprocess ngayon is 2017. So don't be discouraged kung kahit may naka-file na kayo, at least may hinihintay. At yung mga hindi pa nagfa-file, mas mabuti na pa rin yung 3 years kaysa yung yung 10 years ago. 5 years ang waiting time, 5 to 7 years. So 3 years is not still bad, you know. And who knows, by the end of this year baka magkaroon ulit ng movement forward, magiging current ulit.
Attorney, marami sa ating mga listeners the last time na pinag-usapan natin itong nagiging current, nagiging retrogressed. What are the factors that contribute to that na nagiging backlog?
Yung subscription, per country kasi may limitation. Right? So based on sa mga nag-a-apply, right? So tinitingnan nila yan kung na-meet na yung quota, na-meet na yung kanilang subscription, then in-stop nila o ihinto nila. So kung magababagalan ng konti para ma-meet lang, kung na-meet na nila yung kanilang yung kanilang quota, then babagalan ng konti. Now, that's why if you look at the F3, yung petition for married children, ang pinaprocess ngayon is 20 years waiting time.
20 years? Wow.
Correct.
Okay, so mga kababayan, ito po ang pinag-uusapan natin ng latest Visa Bulletin.
Correct.
And Attorney, ma-remind natin ang ating mga listeners kung saan nila makikita ang Visa Bulletin na ito. Sa website po ba?
Sa website, i-Google search lang nila ang Visa Bulletin, Department of State, at nasa mga website din namin ng Reeves Immigration Law Group. Okay. So may update po kami doon every month.
Every month. Okay. All right. So over the past few months, Attorney, as we've been telling our audience here at the Immigration Law on your site, talagang napakarami mga gumagalaw in terms of immigration. We were talking about the public charge a few episodes ago. I know nagkaroon po ng update regarding this. Can you please give an update para sa ating mga listeners?
Yes, actually, nung 2019, in-implement yung public charge. But then, nagkaroon ng injunction. Meaning, a lot of immigration advocates, they went to court and in-stop. Sabi nila, hinto niyo muna yun. But recently, in January, the U.S. Supreme Court already ruled that the government can go ahead and implement yung public charge. So ano ba yung public charge na yan? This only applies for people who are adjusting their status in the U.S. Ibig sabihin yung mga nag-green card dito sa U.S. Right? Family-based petition. So if you get married, right? So you have to prove that you won't be a public charge, once you get your green card. So that's why initially, nung una, before this public charge is implemented, Kuya Yo, ang requirement lang dyan is mag-execute ng affidavit of support yung petitioner, right? And what do you call this? Yung kanyang salary should meet the poverty guidelines, yung federal poverty guidelines. Now, if the salary is not enough, kailangan lang ng joint sponsor.
Right. Yeah.
Diba? So, ganun lang yun. Then pwede nang bigyan ng green card. But with this passage ng public charge policy, which will be implemented February 24.
Wow.
So maraming pagbabago yan. So lahat, be careful sa mga mag-a-apply ng green card through family base, right? May bagong forms. Bago ang yung I-485 o yung green card application form, bago yung affidavit support, and may additional form din, yung tinatawag na self-sufficiency declaration. So, lahat yan dapat alamin ng ating mga kababayan na nag-adjust ng kanilang status, because dito sa public charge na yon, if the government found out that they become likely to dependent on yung financial assistance sa gobyerno para mabuhay, then the USCIS may deny yung application.
If you remember a few episodes ago, mga kababayan, na pag-usapan natin in detail ito, and isa-isa ni Attorney ang mga benefit programs na pagka kayo ay nag-avail niyaan or kailangan mag-avail, ay mukhang malaki ang tsansa na ma-deny ang application. Very briefly, Attorney, ano po ba itong mga programs ng government by which na pag-inavail ng ating mga kababayan, ito yung will qualify under the public charge rule?
Well, very common dyan, Kuya, yung food stamp. Tinatawag na SNAP ngayon, yung Social Security Income. Pero yung Social Security Income naman, I know that you cannot apply if you're not a U.S. citizen yet. Right? Yung State General Relief for Assistance, yung Medicaid program, kasama yan. Yung non-emergency Medicaid, kasama din yung Section 8 housing at saka yung public housing. So there are long lists, around 8 ngayon yung mga considered as public charge. Now, if you're going to go over yung requirements ngayon self-sufficiency, Kuya, as we discussed in the past also, ang affidavit support is just one of the factors na. So, kailangan i-prove din yung applicante that he's able to work in the US, right? Titignan din yung credit history. Right? So, paano nga magkakaroon ng credit history kung wala kang work permit or wala kang status? So, it's gonna be very difficult. Or titignan din yung bank account, titignan din yung mga trabaho mo, kung nagbayad ka ba ng tax. So those are the consideration. Or do you speak English? And one of the positive factors yan. So, the government now would determine kung subject ka ng public charge, and if they can also require to post bond para lang sakaling hingi ka ng tulong sa gobyerno, doon nila kukunin. Like 8,100 yata ang ipopost bond if and when the USCIS will determine that that the applicant would become or likely to be a public charge.
Isa sa mga napag-usapan natin, Attorney, before was yung age factor or health nung applicant, assuming nasa Pilipinas pa. So kasama ito doon? No, ang very specific yung regulation ngayon sa mga listeners natin. This only applies for people who are applying here in the US. Here in the United States.
And also for people who are applying for a green card. So sa mga kababayan natin na green card holder, this does not apply to you, right? Or yung mga nagfa-file ng citizenship, hindi applicable sa kanila. Only for people adjusting the status. But yung don't be confused din sa mga nasa Pilipinas na nag-apply ng immigrant visa. Mayroon ding requirements, 'di ba? Naalala mo pinag-usapan din natin. I think there's a proposal or already the president implemented subject to court approval that the applicant should get a what do you call this yung health insurance, 'di ba? So mga ganyan din. And of course, prove pa rin na prove pa rin nila that the applicant should not be a public charge when they enter the United States. But hindi to yung tinatawag natin self-sufficiency, declaration of self-sufficiency is not required pag nag-consular process ang mga aplikante sa Pilipinas o sa abroad.
Okay. So, malinaw mga kaibigan. Kung meron po kayong mga ibang questions regarding this, I know this is a very new news, mga kababayan, tawagan lang ating mga kaibigan from Reeves Immigration Law Group. Again, the number is 1-800-795-8009. Mga kababayan, marami pa mga updates na kailangan pag-usapan natin. Ngayon po, napakabilis attorney ng panahon. Akala ko nag-New Year pa lang. Ngayon, I'm talking about April 1st, which is, I believe, is the application ng mga H-1B and stuff like that. And kaya mga kaibigan, pagbabalik natin, pag-usapan naman natin ang mga updates hinggil sa H-1B petition. So, dyan lang po kayo. Ito po ang Immigration Law on your side. Hatid po sa inyo ng Reeves Immigration Law Group.
Reeves Immigration Law Group has been representing immigrants for nearly 40 years. Reeves Immigration Law Group has been fighting for its clients through experience and expertise. With immigration lawyers you can access at reasonable fees even on Saturday. Payment plans are also available. Call us for your immigration solutions. We can do worldwide telephone and Skype consultations. Reeves Immigration Law Group, 1-800-795-8009. Reeves Immigration Law Group has offices in Los Angeles, San Francisco, China, and Philippines. See us at www.rreeves.com. Reeves Immigration Law Group, 1-800-795-8009.
Mga kaibigan, nagbabalik po ang Immigration Law on your side on PHLV Radio. We are here on the PHLV Radio app every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Las Vegas time. At napapanood po naman tayo sa Facebook Live and very soon on other platforms as well. If you miss our programs, we are also downloadable on the PHLV Radio podcast, Immigration Law on your side. Hanapin lamang po kami sa Apple Podcast, sa iHeartRadio, Spotify, and TuneIn. Mga popular apps at pwede nyo pong i-download yan. So balik po tayo sa updates ni Attorney Flomi Diza. Attorney, H-1B visa. Ano po naman ang ating updates regarding sa H-1B?
Yes, may bago na naman dito, Kuya Yo. Itong kalaman ng ating mga listeners, ang H-1B ito sa mga professional workers. So, a US company petitioning a foreign worker, usually ito yung mga professionals at bachelor's degree or nakatapos ng 4 years bachelor's. They're able to come to the US, work with the petitioning employer for 3 years. At renewable yan ng another 3 years while waiting for the green card. Pwede rin i-petition sila ng kanilang employer for the green card. But the H-1B is a non-immigrant visa. Now, in December of 2019, Kuya Yo, the USCIS implemented a new policy. So now, they're requiring the employer to register para magkaroon ng para doon sa H-1B petition. Now, in the past, before April 1, lahat ng mga employer prepares the H-1B packet. Meron na silang prospective employee. And then, magkakaroon ng, as we all know, ang H-1B has only like 65,000
right.
na quota. Now, so all the applications should be filed within yung first day of April. Siguro hanggang second week of April, and then pag na-meet na yung quota, in-stop nila yan. Or even if like they receive like 100,000, but after 2 weeks, they usually do the lottery. But now, starting March 1 until March 20, the employer are required to register online. Right? And then, dun nila ngayon magkakaroon ng lottery. So, this one actually, Kuya, is an improvement from the last one because you don't have to prepare for the packet.
Oh.
Diba? So, ngayon mag-hire ka ng abogado para i-prepare lahat yung packet mo for the H-1B. Yun, i-discuss mo kung, bakit kailangan ng employer ng professional sa kanilang, what do you call it, sa employment, sa trabaho. And then they have to like also justify yung qualifications ng employee and submit all the requirements, 'di ba? Yung taxes ng employer, yung resume ng employee, yung work experience and everything, But now, registration lang online and doon magkakaroon ng lottery. So, i-register mo lang yung pangalan ng, what do you call this, ng employer, petition ng employer and yung pangalan ng employee, and then hintayin mo kung maging swerte ka doon sa lottery.
Saka ka lang
magfa-file ng H-1B. So
bago ito. This is the first time that it's being done, right?
Yes, actually it was implemented, actually approved in December to be implemented this year, this fiscal year 2020.
So the March that you're saying is this March already?
Correct.
And then wala na yung naghahabol tayo ng April 1?
Correct. So then, mas maganda yun kasi unang-una, usually kasi sa mga abogado, if you do the work, you need to get paid, di ba? Kasi ipapackage mo yan and everything, so you prepare the package and then you pay the attorney. So you pay the attorney, tapos hindi ka rin nag-swerte sa lottery, hindi ka nabunot, di ba? Then nawala na yung binayad mo.
Wala na. So ngayon, pumunta ka lang sa
website, register, and then that's it. It's only $10 registration fee.
Okay.
Now, once that you are lucky enough to be picked dun sa lottery, kuya doon pa lang magfa-file within 90 days nung kanyang H-1B application. So, limited na dun sa 65,000.
So maiiwasan yung mga, ang daming mga nakapacket and everything
Exactly.
na hindi naman ma-review dahil lagpas na sa ano.
Correct. So, you could just imagine ilang papers ang masasave natin because of that. Because they allowed 65,000 and there's about 300 to, sometimes nag-reach ng 300,000 applications. So, saan mapupunta yung iba? Ibabalik lang, di ba?
Right.
Although they will not accept the filing fees, babalik din yung filing fees. The thing is, yung professional fee, syempre, hindi mo makukuha yan dahil the work has been done.
Na, yeah.
Exactly. So this is really a good news for employers sa mga kababayan natin who's willing to petition mga professional workers. You can hire an attorney to do this for you, at ilista nyo yung mga prospective employees kung sino gusto nyong i-petition kasi kailangan isulat din ang mga pangalan ng mga prospective employees doon sa registration.
Nasabi nyo, attorney, yung lottery, alam mo, sa ibang mga kababayan natin, they've been wondering, lottery? Anong lottery ito? How does it work? I mean, like, it's just a random pick of...
I think it's a, what do you call it, electronic, parang siguro sa loto na, it's an electronic lottery.
There's nothing you can do to better your chances.
Exactly, yes. There was a time that a lot of, siyempre, ang mga abogado minsan, di ba, nag-isip na ibang paraan para paano. Yung ibang ginagawa nila is nagpa-file sila ng 2, 3. Kasi nga naman, di ba?
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. But I think it was prohibited na hindi pwedeng gawin yon. So, siyempre, 2, 3 pa file with the same
For
person.
one person.
It will increase your chance, but,
right.
it's been prohibited.
Kung masyado ka namang swerte, 2 beses ka nabunot ngayon.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, so mga kaibigan, yan ang improvement or updates sa H-1B, and especially a lot of our Filipino friends avail of the H-1B. So para sa mga employers, ito yung update. So when you speak about employer, attorney, just about anybody can petition someone, or may mga requirements naman yun, ano?
May mga requirements. Ang kailangan dyan, kuya, of course, US company.
US
right?
company, yep.
And then also like the need to employ yung professional worker. So, as I mentioned in the past, let's say a care home, do you need an accountant, right? An in-house accountant to do to do the accounting work. Well, depende kung medyo malaki yan, di ba? Ma-justify ba natin during the last 15 years that you've been operating? Bakit mo kailangan ng accountant ngayon?
Yep.
Right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not something that someone na if-fit in mo lang doon sa company mo to work with you. It has something to do with yung nature ng company. For example, hospital, di ba? Yung mga supervising nurses kailangan mo,
right.
or physical therapists, or school kailangan mo ng teachers. So yung mga ganon.
Attorney, dumadaan ba ito sa labor?
It's an electronic ano lang sa labor, but it's not as complicated as when you file for the labor certification for the green card application.
Oh, okay.
You still have to, what do you call this, to find out how much the required salary is and stuff like that.
Pero wala yung requirements to publish, to in the newspaper, yung mga gano'n, wala gano'n.
Wala. That's the labor certification process. The publication and the recruitment process is what we call the labor certification
Para
process.
sa green card yun.
Correct.
Ayun. Alright, so mga kapibayan, ngayon lang na episode na ito, napakarami ng mga updates sa immigration law on your side. Hatid po sa inyo ng Reeves Immigration Law Group. We're reminding you, everybody, please call 1-800-795-8009. And the website is www.rreeves.com. Nandyan po ang mga serbisyo ng Reeves Immigration Law Group. Attorney, last year, we've been talking about DACA also. I'm sure, kasi nung last na napag-usapan natin, marami pang mga hinihintay na possible updates. Meron po bang naging movement sa DACA?
There was already an oral argument last year regarding yung termination ni President Trump ng DACA in 2018 niya to terminate. At nagkaroon ng mga lawsuits at nakarating sa US Supreme Court, and there was an oral argument sa US Supreme Court na to. And we're expecting a decision this June of 2020. So malapit na po yun sa mga kababayan natin. It's just about 3 months na lang.
Yeah.
So ang dami ko nang natatanggap ng mga emails and mga inquiries ng mga client who are on DACA recipients. My advice is, unang-una, if your DACA is about to expire or meron pa isang taon, it's okay to renew now. Right? Kasi if you're going to renew now and it will be approved in 3 to 6 months, you are given 2 years. And that's a good thing about that, because we don't know what's going to happen in June, Kuya Yo. And we all know that President Trump already appointed 2 judges sa US Supreme justices sa US Supreme Court, and it looks like matatalo ang DACA sa US Supreme Court. And I think that's the common assessment ng immigration attorneys. I think they're going to deny or invalidate yung DACA. I'm not scaring people, but what I'm saying is paghandaan po ninyo. Unang-una, sabi ko, i-renew na ninyo kung pa-expire yung DACA nyo or mayroon pang isang taon, it's okay to renew now, because once you're given that another 2 years, kahit magkaroon ng decision or not a favorable decision ng US Supreme Court by June, meron ka pang additional 2 years. And then see kung ano pa yung another options
after.
Correct. And pangalawa, consult an immigration attorney, because there's many ways to obtain your green card. Sa mga kababayan natin, you never know. Right? Meron pala kayong mga kamag-anak dito or mga petition ng lolo't lolas, mga magulang nyo before 1998 na covered kayo ng what we call 245I, o yung parang protection during Clinton time. That will help you also if you have a petitioning employer, even if you've been in status for a very long time. Right? Or may mga magulang kayo na pwede rin pala mag-petition kahit 12 years yan.
Right,
diba?
right.
It's better to have something than nothing at all. Because umaandar na. Or if you are living in with a girlfriend or a boyfriend and a US citizen, it's time to get married. Kasi marami palang ganun din, Kuya Yo. I realize, bakit anong ginagawa mo? You've been living in with a US citizen girlfriend. Right? Kaya lang ayaw na nilang, wala. Alam mo na, tipong minsan yung pride na ayaw kong gamitin yung marriage for green card. Because you've been together anyway. Take advantage
It's really true anyway.
Marry it already, right? Or make a proposal. Ikaw babae, ikaw na mag-propose. Right? So those scenarios, so make sure to consult an immigration attorney. There are many options available for all of you.
And mabanggit natin, attorney, ang consulting an attorney, paano po kayo makukontak ng ating mga kababayan?
Yes, we have several offices. I'm based in San Francisco. We have also office in Los Angeles area, at Makati and China. We can be reached through our phone number in San Francisco, 415-568-3777. We do consultation via telephone, Skype, or televideo conference. Although this consultation, saan man kayo, whether you are here in the US, anywhere in the US, I would like to remind mga listeners natin and viewers natin that immigration is a federal law. We represent people all throughout the US and any US immigration all throughout the world.
Okay, Attorney, loaded na naman ang ating episode ngayon. Before we go, baka meron po kayong ibang message sa ating mga listeners.
Well, unang-una ko, thank you for having me all the time here and discuss the current updates. Sa mga listeners, viewers natin, spread the good news, right? The PHLV Radio is here. Not only listening to Filipino music, but also immigration updates and any, relevant information about Filipinos living in the U.S. and Filipinos in general,
Right.
Worldwide.
Yes.
So keep listening to PHLV Radio and of course listening to immigration law on your side.
Maraming salamat, Attorney Flomi Javier Diza, partner at Reeves Immigration Law Group. Always a pleasure having you here at PHLV Radio. Maraming salamat po. All right, so mga kababayan, that's another immigration law on your side. Hatid po sa inyo ng Reeves Immigration Law Group. Meron po silang offices in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Philippines, and China. Tumawag lamang po 1-800-795-8009 o kaya sa kanilang website www.rreeves.com. O meron kayong mga messages na gustong ipaabot sa ating attorney, kay Attorney Flomi Javier Diza, pwede din pong mag-text or padala dito sa PHLV Radio 702-613-6433 o kaya sa aming email info@phlvradio.com. Maraming salamat po. Until next Wednesday. Ito po si Kuya Yo kasama si Attorney Flomi Javier Diza ng PHLV Radio para sa ating Immigration Law on your side. We'll see you next time.
Reeves Immigration Law Group has just brought you Immigration Law on Your Side. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific on PHLV Radio.